what a deal, what a deal. Hey guys, it's Jax, and I've got a problem. You know, I've noticed something. My mustache, check that out. It's getting kind of long. And the reason it's overdue and not trimmed is because I've just been on the road like a craze, man. I know I say that every time, but seriously, it's just how it's been. I took like 4 days off for Christmas. I thought things were gonna slow down. And the truck side of things, the cattle hauling, it's just been crazy. Been really short-handed. A lot of the crew off doing stuff and things, and it's made for a very busy, I missed New Year's. I've been rolling. Anyway, hopefully things are about to die down because I have to be home now. One, because I'm tired of being away from my family so much, and two, because it's calving season. But before I tell you about that, I'll get back to my mustache. I look like a Tom Selleck, kind of a, covers your whole top lip, right? There's a slew of problems. When your mustache covers your top lip, you get a lot of food and drink in it because everything that goes in, it rakes through that top stash. And so you find yourself trying to clean it out, and then you can never do the job. So when you're talking to somebody, they're like,
"What are you looking at? What? And they're like, "What are you looking at?" And they're like, "Got a little."
So you get it out, and they're like,
"Oh no, there's some more."
And it just becomes a lot. So having those big giant top lip covering stashes, any of you guys out there or gals out there that have them, I commend you. I commend you because it's a lot of work. And here's my beef with it though. It makes me look tired. It makes, when you can't see my lip, I lose a lot of expression. Long story short, wait. Long story short, which will be the tail of my stash, because it's gonna get a trim. Hey guys. Hey. Long story short, my stash is gonna get trimmed. Okay, enough about that. Let's get back to the business of the biz. Okay? Look right here. See these gals? Hey gals. Hey little mamas. Sha. They're not even looking at me. Anyway, here's the deal. Calving time is here. Calving time is serious. It's serious because, as you know, ranching's twofold. We ranch, of course, to make a living. You have to make a living somehow with it. And you do that by producing beef, right? So on one hand, it's important because this is when we bring in our whole entire cash flow potential for 2022. That's all gonna happen here in the next 6 months. Hey weeds. Freddie's here to help as well. It's our whole cash flow potential comes in, and labor and delivery can be important. It can be tricky, rather, is what I mean to say. The weather can be tough. You can have breech births. You're gonna get to see all kinds of these things over the next couple of months because I'm here to bring you along so that you can see what this process is like. But today, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do what we call sorting heavies, all right? Sorting heavies. Now, heavies are cattle that are closer to their due date than other cattle. You have heavies and you have lates, okay? Now, there's a way that you can tell who's heavy and who's late. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go out in the field, we're gonna round up the cattle, we're gonna bring them in, I'll look them over, Rooster will look them over. Old Frito Fred here is gonna help swing some gates, and we will decide which cattle are close and which ones aren't. And the reason why is because the cattle that are close, we wanna separate them so that we can keep a closer eye on them. The cattle that aren't near as ready to have their babies, we don't need to watch them yet. So by removing them from the herd, we kind of can focus our efforts on the ones that need the most attention. And that's what's going on today, all right? I'll teach you a few tricks along the way. Weed man, weed. So I call Freddie Weed Man Weed. Sometimes it's one of his nicknames. Not anything to do with weed, because weed is...
just like we practiced. No mistakes. Ready?
And I call him Weed Man Weed because it's Frito Freddy, Fritas, Weedus, from Weedus to Weed Man Weed. Did you follow that? Freddie has something important to tell you guys. Are you ready? He finally has his first crush.
Don't.
Just kidding. He doesn't like when I do that. With all that hair in his eyes, can you imagine? How could you even see who you have a crush on with all that hair? Can you flick it out of your eyes? Give it the...
Like this?
Yeah. Oh, that's the move. Do one with me, ready?
No thanks.
Come on, Weed. Come on. Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Guys, look who it is! It's your favorite!
Hey Jay, what do you think of those heifers?
They're good. They're
Aren't those things pretty? You see those udders?
Yeah.
Man, I like that heifer bull.
Yeah, they look good. What do you want to do here?
I'll just go out and I'll mount these bales out there so I don't have spillage.
Oh,
I'll do it kind of right at the front, up that hill.
probably just follow you right in. So bring up the rear end and get them in. All right, I got Freddie to help run the Ranger.
Okay.
Blue's already out there.
No, she should be. Do you need a couple lifesavers for energy?
This is a paid promotion for Lifesaver Mints. Hey, look what Grandpa gave us to share. What? You guys, one thing about old Roost, he's always been very good at sharing. Check it out, we already had one that calved out here in the field. This little guy's just hunkered down. That's what they do, they hunker down in the weeds. Although there's no weeds to hunker in, so don't let him run away. We're gonna throw him in the back and reunite him with his mama. How'd it go wrangling this little bugger?
Good.
He didn't fight you too bad?
Nope.
He's just hanging out like your buddy?
Yep.
Hey, mama. Okay, we got our first preliminary sort done. I'm going to teach you guys about what we're doing, what we're sorting, and then you can watch the next sorting process. But just in time for this sort, we got the A team showed up. Hey, Bingers, come here. Come here. Boom, 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 boom. This one is Bama. She is, yes, not very tall, quite small, but ahead of the growth curve according to the rest of her siblings. She is small, but strong and mighty, and gonna be sheriff one day, right? Yeah. All right, get out of here.
Go on, now get!
Boom, boom, boom. Marnish, come here. Now this is Armstrong. Don't let him fool you. He's like me, a young little fella, right? Kind of built like I was when I was his age, but though he may not intimidate cows, he can laugh them to death, right? Rib rab. Oh, and who's this one? Way up tall. This is Lash LaRue, and Lash is the best hand. Don't let her fool you. This reflective moon coat is not only good for keeping her warm in the wilds, but Lash is probably the hardest worker on the ranch. Whew, get out of here. Weeds? You already met Weeds. Oh, and here's the final one. The most beautiful cowpoke in all the land. That's what she does. If the cows won't move, she has this move where she pokes them right in the rear end.
Facebook poke them.
All right, let's go sort some cattle. Let me teach you about something quick. Hey, Marna, give them an example of how you would laugh a cow down the road.
The zombie give his wife when she was late for dinner?
What?
A cold shoulder.
Daddy put me in here in the heavy pen?
I don't know.
It wasn't very nice, was it? Army, do you know why? Why would Dad put me in here with all the heavy cows?
Oh, because you're heavy?
Because I'm heavy? What in the world? Sure wants to know how the filming's going. I'm seeing how much poo I got on my face.
We're getting them.
Well, that was there yesterday too.
Oh, there's poo on my face yesterday? Oh, ain't no thing.
Grace.
I gotta find a place where there's no wind so I can talk. Oh boy, that's bright. It's still pretty windy. Here we go. La 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 la. Sorted all the cows. Sorted all the cows. Sorted all the cows. So here's what we did. Cows, they have tells, okay? Just like when you're playing poker. Everyone wants the poker face, right? They're like, hey, it's poker time. So cows, they have tells as well, okay? Not tails. Well, they do have tails, but I'm not talking about tails. I'm talking about tells. There's physical things that you can check that will show you how close they are to calving, okay? The two main things that we look for, it's a little awkward, okay? This is gonna get a little awkward. The two main things that we look for is you look at their bags, their udders, because as they get closer, just like a human, their udders, their bag will start to fill with milk. So as their bags start to fill, that's a sign that she's getting close, because that happens just the last handful of weeks before they calve. The other thing that you have to watch for, and I'm not gonna use the word because I don't like to. Me and Weston, you guys remember Weston's Sardine Weston? Me and Weston, back when we first started sorting these cattle with Dad, way back in the day when we were young, we didn't like to use the private part word for a female. So instead we started calling it their teeth, okay? So you check their teeth, because when cows get so close to calving, it really gets loose and it really swells up, and it gets so loose because it has to be ready for that calf to be able to push out of there, you know? So it gets really, really loose, and we made this joke. We started calling it her teeth, because when they get so close to calving, the calf is so open that the calf could almost smile as it's coming out the back and you can see its teeth. So anyway, got that out of the way. So when you're looking at these cows, we assess those two things. You look at her udder, but the biggest tell that she has is her teeth. She'll start to really get loose. And so basically we run these cows by us and we got to look. You just have a split second as they're going down the alleyway to decide, is she swelling up in the back? Is her bag starting to fill? If she is, we call her a heavy, because she's really heavy with calf. So today we did something new that we haven't done before. We sorted them 3 ways. We did the heavies one way, so they're all close. So now we have this group of cows that we know every single one of them is close. So you don't have to pick through at night and go, is that a heavy or is that a late? They're all heavies in this group, okay? And then we went back through again after we sorted off the heaviest ones, and we sorted them one more time. So we did the heavies, then we did medium heavies, and then like true lates. We calved from probably January 20th until about probably the middle of March, towards the end of March. That's the span, so that's what we're judging for. Now, we'll go ahead and do this every 7 to 10 days now, the whole rest of the calving season. So this only holds true just for a few days because cows change. Some of the cows that we called medium heavy, in 4 days, you might go in that pen and look at them and go, oh man, she's a heavy, look at those teeth. Look at her teeth. So that's how we did it. Okay, so that's a little insight. Now let me show you some examples of the teeth with the bag, the teeth, you know, not so teethy, and then the totally not teethin', not toothin'. So let me show you some teeth right here. Oh yeah, look there. See that? See that thing? See how it's starting to loosen up? I know this may seem awkward to some of you. See that? How when she walks it jiggles? It's because it's really getting loose. Got a couple calves already born. See her bag? Look at that bag. It's starting to fill with milk. Oh, here's one. Look at that one. She's got the total package going on. She's got her bag starting to fill. She'd move that tail out of the way. Hey girl, shh, switch that tail. There you go. See that? See how it's just bouncing when she walks? These are all the heavies. Getting real close. Okay, I'm gonna try to show you this without as much wind. Okay, look there. See that girl? You just gotta watch. Just watch with me here. I'll try to zoom. Oh yeah, look at this one right there. See that thing? See when she walks, it's bouncing when she walks because it's really swelling up. Really getting loose. Getting ready so you can almost see some teeth coming out of there. There's another one. I know this may seem a little bit awkward to some of you. But this is how you tell. This is what we're sorting for. Just looking at these back ends. And then we're looking up. She's not quite as much. There's a prime example right there. Just nice and loose. So they'll continue to get more and more loose. Look at that one. See that? They'll continue to get more and more dilated, so to speak. It's not actual dilation, but it's just swelling. Getting that skin just getting loosened up. Oh, here's one with the bag. She's got a nice little bag. Look at this one. See that bag? Let's get the sun out. See that bag starting to fill up with milk? Okay, now, sorry this wind, you guys, the wind just picked up big time and it's ruining everything, as the wind always does. Now I'm gonna show you the medium heavies, okay? These would be the medium heavies. They're just showing the slightest little bit. I mean, some of them not even, you might not even notice it, but they're just barely starting. See? Yep, there you go. You got a shot. Never thought you'd be sitting in front of your computer looking at cows and learning how to tell when they're getting close to calving. See, they're just nothing like those other ones, but they're definitely starting to loosen. Now let me show you just the regular, these are just the regular late calvers. These ones are all going to calve probably in March. I'll show you these. Just regular old regs. Just a cow biding her time. Okay, oh, sorry, I'm trying to do my best to block this wind, you guys. So we got our main bunch of cows sorted. We're about ready to put them in their pen, and we got one more little bunch we got to do. We got to do our heifers. Now heifers are they're cows that have not had a baby yet, so this will be their first time. This is them. Rooster already sorted them last week one time while I was on the road. And so he already peeled off 7 of these and has them over in a special, we call it the heifer pen. It's not that special of a name, but it's a real nice, comfortable pen that these first-time mamas can be in to get ready to have their babies. But remember a little earlier, I just mentioned that cattle, they change a lot. Like Rooster, I'm going to show you an example. He sorted these a week ago and pulled off all the ones that looked really close. So we just went up to get these. These would be the late ones up here, you guys. These would be the lates, the late heifers, so that we could pick through them again because it's been a week since we sorted them last. And guess what? One of them's having a baby right now. She just broke her water. And a week ago, she didn't look anything like she was even close. So that's just an example right now of how you have to go through these every, you know, 5 to 7, 10 days, right in that range, depending on the weather. If it's real cold weather, you want to sort them every 4, 5, 6 days. Really keep it tight, because when it's cold, you can lose these little buggers. You guys want to know my favorite thing about Bammy?
What?
What do you like to give Dad?
Cheese.
Lots of kisses?
Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing is about Mama? Hey, Booney. All right, we're all set.
I'm gonna leave one of the kids. By that
All right, so all the sorting is done. We got everything all, pardon the wind again, but we got everything where it's supposed to be as far as the grouping goes. Now we need to pen them. So that's the last thing to do. We'll get them penned up, then we can feed them and officially begin calving season.